everybody. This week I'm a little late with my video clip, but I'm going to be talking about this little cluster of still lifes that I did about a year or so ago, and they're contemporary Vanitas still lifes. Vanitas are a very symbolic painting type of still life that were present in the 16th and 17th century, and they had a lot to do with morality, statements about the transience of life, and so death as part of that, sort of the futility of pleasure and things of that nature. So usually every component in the painting had some sort of significance toward that end. They were very realistic, beautifully painted, some more, I'll say, somber in palette of color. Sometimes they could be quite morbid, actually, and that's my experience looking at them. Often you would see skulls and things like that. So I decided to use that as a theme, but to bring more of a maybe a lighthearted nature to it, kind of viewing death from a different perspective, and certainly incorporating a much more expressionist style, as well as the vibrant colors. And I'm just focusing on these top two because this one here, I think I titled it Vanitas 3. I think it was the third one in the series. It's one of my favorites out of the collection. I'm just going to bring it up close. And right now I have it framed. So it has, the lemon, fruit would be often in Vanitas. Lemon could be interpreted as the, on the exterior, like the life can look really good or be beautiful on the outside, but then the sour or bitter taste on the inside, or of, how they might view reality, that your life's going to end. And I think for me, the perspective is more one of, instead of sort of what I would take as a negative perspective on pursuing pleasure. I mean, I guess there's a degree to everything, but that pleasure is a part of life, and beautiful things can be a wonderful part of life, and celebratory in nature. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's really part of living a full and abundant life. So that, I think that's sort of more of the take that I come to the work with. And in this piece, I incorporated a lot of the background shadows to be part of the painting, in terms of sort of interpreting all the elements as really as shapes. They are symbolic. For me, I use similar pieces, the lemon, oranges, the candle, which mine is burnt, is not lit, and candles often referenced, again, the short nature of life. I used some dried flowers in this one. Often they would have like decaying fruit or dried flowers, just to symbolize the transient nature of things. Now, going to the right here, I did a collaborative work with my daughter, who's a printmaker based out of Chicago, and her company's Halftone Projects. So we collaborated on a print, and she took a section from the painting that I was just speaking about, and worked her own colorways in it. And it's this is a 7-layer screen print, and it's under glass right now. I think this is the artist proof that she gave me, and I really like it. I think I like just to see her influence in it, and I don't know if Vanitas were ever something that was explored in etching or in prints, but that's what this is. So it's also a Vanitas work of art, but it's a print instead of a painting, and it's a collaboration, which was a really nice experience for us to have as artists and as mother and daughter. And then down here, I have one of the other grouping of three. This one's a little, has more subtle hues in it, more muted tones. It's not so vibrant, but has similar components. The candle, which is burning in this one, I've used dried hydrangeas. The lemons reappear. The wine bottle for me is about, would be symbolic of pursuing sort of pleasure, entertainment. The wine glass sort of maybe getting a little inebriated, through some glasses of wine, which, could be maybe a way to avoid thinking about death, or maybe the more serious components of life. Like that could be one way to interpret it. Books, symbolic of education or science. So that was another thing that would often be put into the Vanitas paintings in terms of just worldly pursuits, and sort of the commentary on that is something that's also transient. And I incorporated again the shadows as shapes, a floral pattern or motif in one of the fabrics. And for this, I think this piece, I like it. It's also a hopeful piece. I like the soft yellows and I like the lemons. Again, I tend to look at it more as a celebration of life and the beauty of lemons, their rich color, nature's palette. The dried flowers can also be beautiful things. Just because they're dead, they still have this artistry in them, and that's how I viewed these. And education can be a wonderful thing. There's a lot of wonderful information in studying art history that can help with appreciation of artwork today. So just a different take on this historic genre called Vanitas. And you can certainly find more out about that on Google search and look at some of the master works that fall into that genre. And I hope you enjoyed this little video clip, and if you have any questions on any of these paintings, you can contact me at renderedimpressionsart@gmail.com. Thank you.